Hello, Leo. Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or whichever placement brought you here. Welcome to Be This Practical Tarot and your reading for the month of September. We are starting this reading by asking about the dominant themes that are showing up for you at this time. If this first part of the reading sounds like your story and something that you want to hear about, please hang around and let's find out what other energy is coming your way. If it doesn't sound like your story or something you want to hear about, then definitely feel free to check out a different placement. So you can check for your sun, your moon, your rising, or whatever is calling to you at this time. Now, I would also say to check out your different placements to get a better picture of the energy that is showing up for you. Our sun does have to do more with, who we are becoming, how we are growing, our ego, right? The rising sign, you might check to see how you're navigating the world, how people are perceiving you as well. And then your moon to get more, in touch with your emotions and, you're deep within. So, you get to decide. You get to decide which of the messages you hear are for you. If something does not sound like your story, please feel free to leave it behind, right? Or check a different reading altogether. All right. Now, woo. All right, Leo. Okay, well, I'm going to start the reading by asking about the dominant themes here, okay? You do have the 8th house showing up here with metamorphosis, death, rebirth being some of the themes, but I'm going to say that the 8th house also rules themes around shared resources. It shares themes around like money as well. So this could include debt, what you might owe to someone. So how you are balancing yourself in connections, like where you might be giving too much, where you might owe something, okay, it could be coming to the surface during this month. For some of you, I'm also seeing this as you trying to I'm seeing this like get out of debt, okay? Like you could be coming with some sort of plan to address any I don't know, I don't want to say financial, well, like any financial stability, or just to kind of become even more stable, all right? So you might be choosing to pay off debt, do some budget checking, and also, I'm even getting negotiating for some of you, okay? Like you could be negotiating your, like your salary, your rate, your hourly rate, like, I don't know, like some sort of negotiating I'm also seeing, okay? Now, you do have the planetary return showing up. I feel like, why does this feel like, I don't know. I feel like I've gotten this combination in some reading before, maybe. No, not quite. All right, look. You also have planetary return showing up over here, okay? So, this would be for those of you that might be going through maybe like a Saturn's return. So if you're between the ages of like 28 and 32, you might still be feeling that. You could be going through a Jupiter's return. So if I think Jupiter's every 12 years, so 36, 48. What's after 48? 62? I don't know. Yeah, all right. But yeah, so like Jupiter's returns, it can also be like your birthday, right? Like maybe you're checking your moon sign or something, so like there is something about checking those returns in case they may be significant to you. Okay, if it doesn't pertain to you, then ignore it. But for some of you, you could have some messages around that, or it might be something that you want to look into. Okay, I'm gonna say I also see some of you maybe traveling traveling inward, traveling to your roots, traveling to go home. So for those of you that maybe have, well, I don't know, I'm just saying this as you, or you could be just kind of spending a lot of time at home, or seeing like your family. But I do see traveling happening for you here, or you might be starting to come up with some travel plans during this time. I feel like it's starting within you, okay? Like you're kind of trying to expand. I feel like you're trying to expand your horizon. I'm seeing this as a lot of energy that you have within you. I feel like there's something that you've understood about yourself, but you may be feeling kind of restricted or confined. For some of you, it could be work. I'm going to say your work-life balance could need your attention here, okay? With the 8 of Pentacles showing up. but also just where you're expending your energy. So I'm seeing this as some of you kind of saying, you know, I don't like where all my energy's been going right now. I want to shift this, but you might feel like you're trapped, like confined to something, and that something needs to happen a certain way. But I do feel like you're going to choose to transform this to really stand in your power and kind of say, I am going to redirect my energy, okay? I'm going to say that you are showing up very diligent, very disciplined. I feel like you are definitely in an energy of getting organized, taking care of business is what it seems like. And I'm going to say, you know, because with the Three of Wands, like this energy over here, I feel like there is a part of you and you're deep within that kind of wants to come out and play, that wants to go have some fun, do something, explore, travel, right? Like all those things we were talking about. But you may be kind of holding like kind of what is this, like I don't know, I'm just getting like a very like stop energy, like you're stopping it, right? Like you're like there, like no. Like that, like I that's how I'm seeing it, okay? Like I couldn't even put it into words, I'm just like visualizing it. But I want to remind you with the Eight of Pentacles showing up here, first of all, that if you decide, right, if you say, I want to, you know, I want to like redirect my energy, right? For example, right? Like you're like, you know, I have this amount of energy, all right, and, you know, maybe 70%, right now 100% is going to work, right, or 90% is going to work, and I'm left with very little energy to do something. Like you might be like, you know what, I'm going to cut my time and how much energy I'm putting into work, and then I'm going to put some time into doing these other things for myself, right, or to, you know, yeah, I'm going to say, like, for some of you, okay, I'm just going to throw this out there in case it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay. But I'm seeing this like for those of you that either have children, or it could just be spending more time with your spouse or a partner or something like that, where you might be deciding to set some boundaries at work so that you can spend more time at home as well. Okay. Or that is something that you might be asked to check in about. Okay. Take it if it resonates. Not if it doesn't, it doesn't. All right. But in general, I do feel like it's like you're deciding how you want to direct your energy. And I want to say that, you know, like you can decide, right? Like you're like, nope, right now is the time for work, I don't have any other options, and you can keep yourself there. But I do feel like you're being reminded that there are other options, to not forfeit inspiration, like to do make time for creativity, do create some time for the things that inspire you, like things that feel good. You have this energy of inspiration, starting something fresh, starting something good. Okay, I'm just gonna throw this out there, for those of you that are in a partnership. Okay, I feel like there's this like revamping of your romantic life with your partner, or I don't know. Well, for those of you that are not in a partnership, you could have some you know, encounters or fun times and things like that coming your way if you want them. Okay, you don't have to, you accept whatever it is that you want. Okay, I'm just saying that the energies can be showing up for you there. But for those of you in partnerships, just like with the 8th house, okay, because this can speak of, you know, partnerships that, and I feel like there might be something that could be a little bit out of balance here. And I'm seeing this as like, hey, like, you know, light the fire, like rekindle the passion, create space for that as well. Okay, I do feel like that's something that wants your attention. Kind of felt like a side note, but also kind of felt important. All right, so I don't know. You tell me. Okay, overall, creativity, joy. You deserve to not feel overworked, right? Like the part of you that wants to come out and play. This is saying, like, let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna say, you know, for some of you, like, you could be caught up in, or not caught up. I feel like the energy is going to find you. All right. That's what I'm going to say. Like you might not even be planning it, but you could be surprised, right? Like for some of you. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting these very specific partnership imagery or whatever, but I'm even seeing it as like your spouse surprising you with something romantic, right? Or maybe you decide, right, to like have a little surprise or something. But I am getting the element of surprise here, okay? For others of you, it's like you could just not be expecting it. Like, I don't know, like I'm even getting like like a random outing that you decide to go on a whim, that you're like, hey, wait, that was actually really good. Maybe I do need to create more space for joy, right? Or a random invite. I am seeing, yeah, I'm going to say like invites could be, yeah, invites could be coming, particularly, yeah. Be mindful of, um, sorry, I'm trying to find my clarifying deck. Oh, it's right here. It's like right here. I just not seeing it. Let me get a clarifier for the Page of Swords first before I say anything. Because I was getting a little bit of a, be mindful of whose invitations you do accept. But be mindful of whose invitations you do accept, but like there could be something like fun being offered your way, like I do feel like you're being asked to be in a receptive energy, like listen to, I don't know, okay, that is way too many. I'm just looking for one card, please and thank you. Okay, sorry, I was very unfocused. Very, very unfocused here. Okay, I just wanted to get like, okay, so yeah, okay. I'm getting a couple of scenarios here, okay? For some of you, you could be getting communication from somebody that you had some sort of ending with, and this can be romantic, okay? Or this can be platonic, all right? Or it could be like, I don't know, but like there's something that you wrapped up. I mean, it could even be business oriented, right? Like it could be like an old boss or an old friend or an old somebody that you no longer talk to, that I feel like they're gonna try to talk about what happened, with the Ten of Swords and the World both showing up here. I'm just seeing this as like that they want to figure out, I don't know, maybe like, I don't know, they want to talk about the ending, okay? Like they want to talk about what happened, they want to talk about what's going on. Look, you're like with the Emperor showing up here, I feel like you're being asked to stay open-minded to it. I'm not saying, believe everything they say or but I feel like the Emperor's kind of choosing to go for it and maybe wants to see what it's all about. And, that could be you, just be mindful, be aware, listen, but yeah, and that's what I'm seeing for that, okay? I don't know. Okay, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just getting a little bit of an iffy energy, but I don't know exactly where it's coming from. It could be that this person hurt you, okay? So it could be somebody that maybe let you down somehow, that you're hearing from and you're like, oh, like, what are they doing? And I feel like you're almost trying to decide if you just want to wrap this up, close this out, or if you're actually going to charge toward them, or not charge toward them, but create space for them. And I feel like that's going to be totally up to you. Okay. But I do see you being encouraged to listen, whether that's this person that shows up or not. Okay. That's kind of like a side message over here. All right. For some of you, I feel like you could be getting new offers as well. Something different. Keep an eye out for Aries energy, which would be, it would align to, well, I mean, Aries, Leo, those would be, I don't know if you're all are compatible, but you're trying each other. So there could be some fun times there. Okay. Sorry. You just have Aries. Well, this is technically all the energies, but I don't know. I'm just seeing that energy showing up here. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry. Why am I feeling, I'm just going to say, out with the old and with the new, okay? Like maybe you do. I feel like for some of you, you will be gaining closure from something. Like there's something that you're finally going to be releasing. So maybe having this conversation, if this person reaches out, that you're like, oh, like, I don't know, maybe having this conversation is actually going to help you wrap things up and move forward. For some of you, I feel like it can give you the energy that you need or the clarification that you need. I'm almost getting the sense of you, like, I don't know, this could be, look, if it, I mean, it could be anybody, right? Like, cause I was going to say, I don't want to make it like just romantic. But it could be like it could be a partner, it could be a boss, it could be a friend, right? Like, but like, I'm seeing like they did something and all of a sudden they kind of want to come and they want to talk. Maybe they have something to offer you. But I feel like as you talk to them, you're going to realize, oh, wow, like I'm so much better off without them. Or, oh, wow, I really don't need this in my life. Or, that sounds like way too much, way too chaotic. That doesn't really suit my interest. Like I get this sort of closure coming from you this month. Okay, like you will be finding, I don't know, like just kind of, I feel like this understanding within yourself, releasing some old things here. Okay, and ultimately going through progress. Okay. Ooh, I'm gonna say with planetary return, could be somebody. Okay, random message. Could be somebody from your hometown. Could be somebody from your childhood. Somebody from your upbringing that's also coming back into your life. Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. You know, for some of you, maybe you've been not in communication with, like, family or parents or something like that, and then all of a sudden, like, they're kind of making a comeback into your life in a big way or something like that. Okay, but yeah. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and pull out your advice, like your advice on how to best navigate these energies throughout the month. All right. So let me do a quick shuffle. All right. Wow, my hair is falling everywhere. Sorry, I just saw it. Okay. All right, advice for Leo for the rest of the month here. All right, you have the Three of Cups. You have the Nine of Cups reversed. And the Holy Cups. Okay, look. Goodness golly. Look, your feelings, your emotions, and yeah, I'm going to say that because, like, you know, swords, fire, earth, okay? You had all of the realms showing up over here, right? Like your material realm calling your attention. So that's your health, your physical space, your work, your career, your communication, your mind, your desire, your instincts, right? Like all kicking in. But what have you been ignoring? Your feelings. And what needs your attention? Your feelings. Emotional sustenance, right? Really valuing yourself. Very important time for self-care. I will be actually pulling from my little deck of self-care in a bit, you know, so hopefully there's some messages for you in that. Okay. For some of you, this could really be stemming from a place of you not being happy with yourself. Like there's something about you, right? Like the Nine of Cups, nines are very individualistic. It's all about you. So I'm seeing this as like this is stemming from there's some sort of dissatisfaction that you have with yourself. Something where you might not even understand, you know, like what's making me happy or how can I find fulfillment? Where is the joy? What am I doing? But I do feel like, you know, I'm going to say, like, I feel like for some of you, it's because you're suppressing it, you're repressing it, right? Like back to this energy of like, you're kind of keeping it trapped and your heart's like, no, come on, like open up. I want to make myself happy. Let me be happy. Okay. I don't know. Okay. But yeah, you know, allow your heart to speak, allow those feelings to say, you know, this is what I need to make myself happy. And then if you already know what that is, you know, like, charge toward it. Okay, the energy of getting something started and something inspiring, I feel like if you look for it, it's going to come your way as well. Okay, for those of you that don't know where to start, explore the Seven of Cups options. Okay, for those of you that are thinking about romance, set up a couple of dates. You know, be very intentional about what it is that you're doing. You know, like if you're like, I'm just gonna have some fun, then okay, cool, have fun. If you're like, you know, I'm looking for something serious, then okay, I'm looking for something serious. So like, you know, be very intentional is what I'm getting. But put yourself out there. It doesn't have to be romantic. Okay, also like options as far as, you know, just keep your options open in general, right? So this might look like, you know, especially if you're very focused on your material realm, I don't know, maybe you're deciding to move and you're not just settling on one house. You're kind of, well, I'm gonna look at all these apartments or I'm gonna look at all these things, you know, and kind of see what's out there. It's like you're not committing right now. You're exploring and making choices and trying new things. Maybe it's work related, you know, whatever it is, okay? And ultimately, I'm going to say, you know, create space for friendships, create space for community, you know, if there are people in your life that you feel comfortable with, reach out to them, like talk to them, hang out with them, okay? Like the Three of Cups is very much a time for unity, a time for community. So like partake in that this month, okay? Water energy could be significant. Well, like, because I'm seeing all of these are different, right? Like this is Cancer, this is Scorpio, this is Pisces. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, just water energy in general could be important this month. It could just be, maybe you just need to hydrate. I don't know. But you might be surrounding yourself with people who are more nurturing. I feel like that's there. Allow yourself to be nurtured and taken care of as well. Because I feel like there could be some friends showing up for you here that want to take care of you, but you might be closing yourself off to that. So allow it to be, it's what I would say. All right. All right, Leah. Woo. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up with some messages from my little deck of self-care. But if there have been messages for you in this reading, please go ahead and let me know. Your likes, comments, subscribes are greatly appreciated. They let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this, and I'm just greatly greatly appreciative. If you're still here, thank you. All right. You have, wow. Okay. You have, I'm going to say, maybe the number 3 could be important too, and 1 narrows down to 3, and then 3 over here, so 3 or 3 3. But you have the energy of the world showing up here, okay? Like, so something kind of wrapping up, you deciding, right? Like, you deciding to switch things up, to transform things is really, I go back to this 8th house energy. I feel like this was a reminder to kind of say, like, remind you that, I don't know, because I feel like maybe I brushed over it, and maybe you've been avoiding your emotions because maybe they've been too much. Maybe it's been a little bit overwhelming. So you'd rather just ignore it or not pay attention to them. And I'm just getting, the messaging of how uncomfortable the 8th house energy can be. And I feel like I kind of just brushed over it, right? Like, that's what I was doing. I was ignoring it, or I was kind of like, yeah, it's hard, it's transformative. Oh, it's beautiful because it ultimately creates something better and stronger for you. But it can be very uncomfortable. And I'm really seeing this as you being nice to yourself, being nice to yourself above everything. Like, throughout this time, that's why it's so important for you to kind of find that community and find things that inspire you, because those could be little forms of self-care as you go through some big shifts over here. I'm gonna say relatively big shifts. I feel like it's more about you learning how to transmute energy and redirect energy, okay? But yeah, I'm also gonna say, put that positivity out there for others as well. Tell someone nice, that you mean. Okay, I'm not saying go around and smooch people that, you have nothing nice to say to. But if there's someone that you want to share something with, say it. Okay, it could be someone you love. I mean, it could be a stranger, but it's really just, kind of putting some positivity out there. All right. Read or listen to short stories. Okay, so this could, you can listen to a podcast. You can maybe find, there's a lot of storytellers out there, but I feel like that could be just a really like a really good form of self-care right now. Using, like that mirrors and windows strategy of like, oh, I'm learning about something new or someone different, or, oh wow, this reflects on my experience. But I'm really getting it as, delve into some fiction, like, or maybe some biographies, some memoirs as well. Okay. Like something like that. Okay. Somewhere where you're reading about people's life stories. All right. And then set one goal, set small goals for yourself. Okay. Especially if you're working through this whole like redirection of your energy, right? Like you might not be able to, I'm just going to use work as an example, right? Like you might not be able to go from, well, I was giving 90% of myself at work to scaling it all the way down to 50 right off the bat. So you might need to say, okay, I'm slowly going to release this one responsibility, right? And now I'm at 89%, right? Or I'm slowly delegating this. Okay, now I'm at 88%, whatever it is, right? But this can also look like setting different types of goals for yourself as well, to gain that sense of accomplishment. I'm going to say I said the scaling back thing, but you know, the charging forward thing as well, right? Like, you know, setting small goals toward your creativity, toward trying new things, exploring new things, you know. So maybe you're not, maybe you're saying, you know, I'm gonna set one date night with my partner a month, right? Or every 2 months, I don't know, whatever you're able to, right? Or I'm gonna set up, you know, a date this month, you know, whatever it is, okay? Like, I mean, you know, just kind of actually taking those steps toward, you know, like, particularly I'm seeing it in your like in the fire realm, like the Leo, right? Like what dominates you, like what I feel like that's what you've been kind of neglecting a little bit. So kind of to re-nurture that fire within you, all right? Any set goals toward that. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, Leo, but I hope that there were messages for you here. Please feel free to leave me a like, a comment, subscribe. Let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. Let me know if there was anything in this reading for you. I would absolutely appreciate your feedback. Have a wonderful month of September, and I hope to see you again sometime. Bye.